go. New honor mode. We're giving it another go. This is I think it's my third attempt. So yeah, just a quick one as stated. This is my third attempt at honor mode. We are following a guide for this character, so we're just going to fly through this to begin with. We're following an Ice Sorceress guide from Morgana Evelyn. If you want to check her YouTube out too, brilliant BG3 content creator. I will leave a link. Yeah, so going on the guide, what we're going for here, we're going to go for Human Sorcerer. Again, following Morgana's guide for the Ice Sorcerer build that we've got. We're going to go down the Draconic bloodline and obviously use the cold version of that. I will leave up what stats I go for at the end, but we are going to prefer Charisma throughout this run because I believe that scales with spell power. I am doing this edit a long time after I've held this footage, so there may be some discrepancies in what I say, but I will try my best to remember everything as it was. And given that, it's going to take us into our opening cutscene. The Nautiloid's going to start getting hijacked, and then we're just going to run around and meet our first companions. Like I say, this is my third attempt at honor mode. I didn't actually complete Baldur's Gate on a normal playthrough prior to this run. So it is interesting. There's a lot of interesting points to it, and I hope you do stick around and enjoy the show as such. So yeah, let's crack on.
My head. Dead. Good. Seems simple enough. Moving in. Anything of use?
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind. 1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
We are trapped. Yes, please.
Before they return!
They return.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind fleck.
Remove us from this body, from this case. Free us.
Ah. Straight away off to shit.
The brain won't budge.
Don't leave us.
Well, that's the first time I've ever failed that. Fully not realising later that if we don't save us here, we don't actually get to meet him later in the story. So that was quite sad to make that early failure. But anyway, on to the first companion. Come on, Lazel.
We will address them.
So for anybody new to Baldur's Gate combat system runs on dice rolls and it's turn-based combat. Some of the best turn-based combat I've ever played on 10 out of 10 game. Anybody watching this who's not played, I do advise you to give it a go and let me know what you think in the comments section. I'll leave this first engagement with you.
Miss on 95%.
So yeah, as you can see, 95% chance. I wasn't quite happy with that miss at the end, but we do quickly dispatch these first set of enemies. It does prove as a pretty good tutorial area, this Nautiloid. We've got our first companion now. Get full control of them, and we'll push on and we'll carry on getting our next companions. Also, I forgot to mention, it's a little bit of a challenge run, this. Not Not a crazy challenge or anything, so don't get too excited, but we aren't going to be using any of the illithid powers. We aren't going to be consuming any of the parasites. If you don't know what that means right now, you'll know what it means later on, but for the people who do, we aren't going to be using any of the parasites in this playthrough. Let's see if we can do it. Let's go get Shadowheart, the best girl in the game.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Cave machinery. I can make no sense of it. Show no mirth. Onward.
I've got a long road ahead.
We have no time for stragglers. Warding. Are you satisfied? We need to go. The console hums to life. Suddenly, you feel then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel a shiver. You're
Dangerous company. Fair. Let me come with you. Shadow.
fine.
She's right.
Light on my feet.
So after finally breaking out Shadowheart there, everyone's favourite goth mum, we're gonna skip ahead. I think here we're gonna skip ahead now to the final fight of the Nautiloid. The rest of this part is just running around collecting supplies and whatnot. So we'll skip ahead and we'll go through that final fight.
Do it.
So there is a trick with this fight. I'm sure everybody knows it at this point of Baldur's Gate being out, how long it's been out. But we'll go through it anyway. Prior to going into this fight, I did go into Shadowheart's spell book and I did give her the command spell. So hopefully we're going to be able to command the commander to drop the drop his sword. So it's a super great sword for Lae'zel early on. It should help us fly through these early parts of the game. But yeah, I'll leave this fight with you. See how we get on with it.
Focused. Focus. Strike true.
As my feet can carry me.
Time to strike. Taking position.
Need to act fast. Moving.
Oh my god.
I will ascend. On the move.
No.
Ready.
So right here we are going to go for the command on Commander Zalk, however you say it. And luckily it's the first time. Is this the blessed run? We managed to get him to drop his weapon first time, so we quickly scoot on over, pick that up with Shadowheart. And we're going to try and move to connect the Nautiloid technical things and move on and get out of this tutorial much, much stronger. See if we can make it. So this is actually quite scary. I don't think I realised at the time how low health the Mind Flayer were actually on. Taking on the commander this early in the game is near enough. It's a death sentence. We'd be restarted to character creation screen almost instantly if we try and fight him, especially when his backup starts coming in. So we really need to push on to connect this transponder now. We should be okay. We've got 3 characters alive and we're literally next to it, so I can't see it being an issue. But yeah, we don't want to fight that guy this early on.
Need to reach the transponder. No time like the present.
The helm's alien transponder.
And just like that, we managed to jump over with Shadow Art to finish this fight. Successfully crash the Nautiloid, land on the beach, and officially start our 3rd attempt at Baldur's Gate honor mode. We are by no means a Baldur's Gate expert. We just love this game. So, there'll be a lot of mistakes along the way, a lot of mistakes, but we'll see how we get on.
What path lies before me? What's up for discussion?
You're alive. I'm alive. I remember the ship. First, we might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other. Lead the way.
Wish I had a bag of holding. Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby. No traps, please. Something good here, I hope. More of those wretched things.
Now, after some scavenging on the beach, this first fight after landing on the beach can be quite dangerous. I've watched a few people play the Baldur's Gate and the honor mode runs, and some people actually do end their run right here in the first real fight, I'd say. They can hit quite hard. If you get unlucky, it can be over. So we try and sneak up. We try and take a bit of a more tactile approach to this, as we will be doing throughout the majority of the fights. If we can get those surprise attacks, then it really sets us up nicely.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
And this is another little bonus of getting a surprise attack off. I don't think I actually realised at the time, but Shadowheart isn't in combat, so I'm able to like move her a little bit more around while the enemies are locked in place and get off another free attack, which then of course puts Shadowheart in combat. But we can retreat her over there, and we could try and retreat Yennefer a little bit away as well. So they maybe can't get a hit, but we'll see. It looks like they're gonna. Oh. And on the back of my reaction there, I don't know if you can see at the top just how much that one attack did to Yennefer. It's basically half of the health. Unluckily that shield, and they get a miss on the second attack, or else Yennefer could be down. That's back onto the point of how dangerous each and every fight in Baldur's Gate 3 actually is, including even the early ones.
Don't waste a step.
Oh.
Can't afford to let up. You fight well. Perhaps our survival.
And just like that, that's the first level up. We are going to take Enhanced Leap, Extended Meta Magic Spell, and Meta Magic Twin Spell here. Again, following Morgana's guide for the character build. We are going to be doing that with
What am I
the characters
doing,
in
man?
this run. Link in the description to that document that she put out. Brilliant document. And just to reinstate, really, we aren't following a guide how to complete honor mode. We're just simply following a guide on how to build our character. Now, after more scavenging, this is another little early boost to your run that you can have. You navigate yourself over to these rocks just before you meet Astarion, and if you jump down with your characters, you'll approach a large rock. What if you pass your survival check on? You'll be able to move, and you'll get some sweet loot in there. Under there, sorry. Pretty good early on, and like I say, potions, everything like that. Potions, scrolls. Gonna be our best friend during this run. We're gonna need everything we can get to possibly get through it. So, on to meeting Astarion. Let's go.
Harry, there, in the grass. You can... There.
Just a dumb bore. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
I just need information. You're in league with the man.
Your mind twists. You try to hop.
What was that? What's going... The worm. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. My name's Astarion. Is that so? So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us in... Although, it hasn't happened yet. You know, and you... All right.
A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if it's...
So now we're a party of 3. We've got Astarion, and I've got to say, he's one of my favourite characters again. They're all really good, the characters who you pick up along the way, but Astarion has got a special place in my heart. We will be using these 3 characters for the majority of the run, along with Lae'zel. We're going to quickly dispatch that Mind Flayer. We're not going to bother speaking to him. Take what he's got on him. Then we're going to move up to grab Gale. But we won't be using Gale throughout this run. He's a great character, but we won't be using him. I used him in one of my normal runs, which like I said earlier, I didn't complete. But wasn't a big fan of the wizard playstyle. But I've seen a lot of people making it meta and OP. But yeah, no, we're taking for the majority of this run. We're gonna use custom character Yennefer, Shadowheart, Darian, and Lae'zel. Following that, we're going to be completing everything we possibly can. We're not going to be missing any optional bosses. So like Raphael, we are going to try and take him on. He ends most on a mode, so we'll see how we get on. But yeah, let's crack on.
The thing.
And if it's
Your skull.
Get rid of them.
She's right. Let's go. We need... You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look. Northwest.
And be careful.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see.
The tadpole has... But the...
My careful. She obviously sees your.
Githyanki protocol is clear.
You... The cure I offer will suffice. Make space.
And my might.
Keeping your.
Well, you have made...
I'll trust you.
You was... Come, a crash.
So now we've got a party who's going to hopefully carry us through the majority of the game. Just as simple as that. We're going to put that Everburn blade onto Lae'zel, so it's a huge strength boost early on. We're going to upgrade her. Morgana has also a guide for a fighter, so we are going to use her fighter guide for Lae'zel. She's going to become super strong. We're going to send Gale back to camp, and there we have a party. We'll move on to the next fight. Just a quick little side note, we are going to skip through a lot of the dialogue early on in this run, just because I've seen it 3 times now. We've attempted this 3 times live on stream. The further we get into the run, the more dialogue we're going to listen to, of course. Especially in Act 3, because I've never played through Act 3. I've never gotten to Act... No, I tell a lie. I've gotten to Act 3 on a normal save file. I kind of just stopped playing, but I think that's quite a common thing. But yeah, we'll get on to the next fights here in this segment. I think we're going to go take on the bandits over at the temple sort of place where you meet withers.
In my pack. Still alive, so that's progress. At the ready.
Of course I want to be rich.
Softer than a
Not if
whisper.
it'll get me killed.
So again, we're going to put all of our party into sneak. We are going to take every fight we possibly can in this run. It's going to be a tactile approach to it, because you need to. We're simply asking to die if we don't do this. We're going to split up a party there, and we're going to try and take on these bandits from both sides. It's not too much of a difficult fight, but
I shouldn't linger.
you've got to take each and every fight seriously in a run like this, where one mistake can cost you your entire run. And that run could be... I mean, right now we haven't been playing too long, but it's good habits to get into. So we're going to navigate Lae'zel and Astarion round the side. She's going to take a little bit of damage from dropping down, as you could hear in my disappointed voice there. And we're going to attack these bandits from 2 sides. And you'll see a little trick as well, what I think, again, most people know. But, yeah, let me know if you spot it.
Nice and easy.
Ready for anything.
Pity you aren't as good at grave robbing as you are at excuses. Just being careful. Like my mum always said, fools rush in.
What actions have...
Keeping low. Unheard, unseen.
Feel death's cold grip.
Well, so much for peace. Good idea.
super unlucky there to fail both push rolls. We had a 45% chance with Yennefer and a 55% chance with Shadowheart, and then to miss the attack as well. But Shadowheart's known for a capability to miss. So I should have really expected that, but we should be okay. Not really taking any damage in this fight. Everyone's looking quite healthy. And it's our 4 characters' turn now to kill one guy. Pretty good going this fight early doors.
No choice but to keep going. Should get started. Here we go again.
Everything all right out there? It's holding it.
So after quickly looting up our first people kills of this run, gathering everything we can to sell later, we're going to deceive this guy, luckily rolling, getting a successful roll to sneak into here and just fight this guy one-on-one. There is another way in. You can jump through the hole we created using our trick in the last fight to dispatch 2 of those enemies, but I prefer going in this way because this fight again, you're probably going to hear me say this a lot, but this fight coming up, not the guy we're fighting now, but the fight coming up through the next door, you can just see in the screen there. It's another really difficult one, as are most fights in Baldur's Gate 3 honor mode. So yeah, we're going to kill this guy, we're going to loot up everything we can, and then I'm just going to let this next fight play out and just I'll let you watch it with no commentary.
Victory awaits. Don't waste a step.
Yes, stay. It's been centuries since any prayers disturbed it.
Open up.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Maybe I need more pockets.
It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
Light on my feet. I just want a little look.
What's to be expected?
Shut it! This is no time for joking around.
Wow. Yeah, there's no way that it. Oh, fuck you, man.
Go for the throat. We'll do it my way.
I am fury. I am death. My path be true.
Nothing, that is fine.
Time for a cull. Ready or not?
I am fury. I am death.
So yeah, pretty successful there. It's probably the best that fight could have gone for me, really. Nobody else really took massive damage. You saw just how powerful one normal enemy is when the downed Yennefer in one hit. So we take a quick short rest there to give Yennefer a health potion. And we'll do our usual routine. We'll go around, we'll loot up for everything to sell, because gold is going to be a massive factor as well in this run. We aren't going to do any cheeses like pickpocketing Volo over and over again every day to get money from him. The only cheese we're probably going to do when characters die, we can pay Withers to revive them, to resurrect them, sorry. And you can actually pickpocket Withers and you get no disadvantage. You know what I mean? You get no negative effects from it. So we're probably going to do that, but in terms of easy ways to farm gold, we're not going to do that. We're going to do all this legit and collect everything we can to sell. So yeah, that's that first fight done. Happy days. Let's move on and let's try and pick up Withers. There's another little trick in this next room where the skeletons get up as you activate the Withers room. You can actually take the weapons off the dead bodies prior to them waking up. So we're going to do that. Like I say, we're going to take every advantage we can in this honor mode run. So we'll get right onto that fight.
Careful, I might. Watch your back.
What's next? What's next, I wonder? Let's get on with it. Onward. Ever onward.
Let's move.
What now?
No time to rest. All right. What now? With haste. Oh, hell. Something just woke up. I won't give in. Best be on my way.
Just realising here, I did actually forget to pick up that guy's weapons, even fully planning to do it. It looks like I just left his weapons on that one who attacked Lae'zel then, but luckily we're all set up tactically. No issues really with this fight. Quite a steady fight. It's more of a knowledge check. If you know it's coming, then you shouldn't really have any issues with this fight as long as Lae'zel doesn't miss. There we go. But immune to daze. We'll see how it plays out.
What path lies before me?
Shall we dance? Spill some blood. Now they see me.
On the move.
I am fury. I am death.
Got to move.
I will ascend.
Let's have some fun. Step quick. They won't know what big.
They didn't want to surrender their valuables, even after death.
Indolence breeds madness. Onward.
Never a dull moment. These boots have seen everything. A lot of effort to hide one
Something
side
over
of
there.
this.
So, now, I have a question for thee. Because wilt thou answer? So, I ask again. In death, very we will see. Has it been?
Strange coin.
There we go. Happy days. Withers unlocked. We're just again, we're going to spend some time here. We're going to go around looting up. I'm not going to show you all of that because it's just boring moving about, picking shit up. So, yeah, we're going to skip onto the grove here, I think. And just like that, here we are. Progressing the main story, moving on to the Emerald Grove. This is where we'll meet a few more important characters, let's say. And we'll have some big decisions to make at the Grove.
Open the... What's going on? Goblins! Cannon! Damn them and suffer.
The subtle approach.
So moving on to probably our longest fight so far. The goblins at the Emerald Grove, at the Druid's Grove. You can see straight away Lae'zel's gone down within the first minute of the fight, so that's a great start for us. We're going to try and get an attack off, and we get a critical miss. Great luck so far, doing really well with it. We'll get a little buff from this guy, but this is where we first meet Will, and we'll see a lot of Will's abilities. Again, we probably won't use Will in this run, which is a shame, because again, Warlocks are meant to be... Never used one myself, but they're meant to be really powerful characters with the Eldritch Blast, I believe it is there. One of their abilities where you can basically cheese the entire game solo. But yeah, this fight doesn't quite go as perfectly as we want it to. We've got a good position up on the cliff here. We managed to get some hits off, take down this Goblin Tracker eventually, who's managed to down Lae'zel. There we go, Shadowheart with an odd hit, not missing for a change. We could revive Lae'zel here, but you'll see why. Why we don't. We know that these NPCs can actually use one of their moves to heal each other, heal our characters. And luckily, here we go. Kobe! We get a lovely health pot throw from one of the NPCs, which goes on to help us massively in this fight, as you'll see.
Quickly. Leave no trace.
One day, I'll catch a break.
On the move.
I am fury. I am death. No time to waste.
Let's have a little.
You will notice whenever it is Astarian's turn, I do try and get out of sight of the enemy, out of their line of sight, and sneak to then use that sneak melee and sneak ranged attacks. This massively increases the damage, which I didn't actually realise until my my second honor mode run, which obviously failed, seeing as though we're on our third honor mode run now. But yeah, this is why this fight doesn't go entirely our way. It's just coming up here. Aradin there, he's one of the story characters, but we do actually lose him in this fight, which is just one of the negatives of honor mode. We can't save scum, we can't go back. We just weren't quick enough to save him. We do try and come up with Lays Elliot to get some attacks off on Bugbear, but unfortunately it's not enough. We do lose him, locking us out of some of the story.
Let's find some prey. Let's go.
Never a dull moment.
And there it is, just as we were mentioning there. That's the fatal blow to Aradin from Bugbear. But all we can do is move forward, finish this fight, and save as many of them as we can. I don't think we lose anybody else. We do manage to take Bugbear and the Warg down with little resistance going on from here.
That was the last of them. Open the gate!
Successfully completing that fight. We're gonna skip ahead. We're gonna run around, do our usual loot, and then there's actually a trader in the Emerald Grove that we can sell everything to. But we're not gonna bore you with all that. We're gonna skip all this, and just letting you know what we're doing. We're looting, skipping this, and moving on inside the grove. So we did mess up a little bit here. We accidentally activated the fight before getting into position. We knew this fight was coming. We just edged a little bit too far. But we are going to foil an assassination attempt on this girl here. From this Bugbear assassin. We're going to dispatch them quickly as we can. And then maybe extort this girl for her valuables. We will see.
Interest. At least things have stayed interesting.
But let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. But too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Without delay.
There we go. Dispatched to the assassin, taken the soul coin from that lady, and we get a lovely little level up, which we always take. We're going to take Hold Person here, which I don't think I use much in the run, really. And we're going to take Meta Magic Wiccan Spell, again, referring back to Morgana's guide. And then we get a level up with everybody. However, we'll skip past those, because there isn't really much to do, and we will move on to actually one of my favourite things to do. We've been scavenging all this time, we've been working hard, we've been grafting, finally meeting our first trader in which we can start to accumulate as much gold as we possibly can. Look at all this we can sell. It does only have a limited amount of gold, but luckily in Baldur's Gate 3, once we long rest, which I think we are yet to do. No, we've taken one long rest, but once we long rest again, we'll be able to actually refresh his gold amount which he holds. I believe that's how it works on long rest. But there are numerous traders in this Emerald Grove anyway, so we will be able to sell everything. I think this guy might just have enough for us, but we'll see. Again, gold is gonna be invaluable for us on this run, from buying scrolls, as many potions as we can possibly get to keep ourselves alive. Moving on, we're gonna try and save this goblin from being impaled by a crossbow, completely defenseless. We are going to try and run a good playthrough here. I haven't got it in me to start murdering and butchering everybody in sight, especially when they're defenseless. We do favour a nice, good playthrough rather than an evil playthrough. However, I am yet to do a Dark Urge run. That might be on the agenda, depending on how this video does, depending on how well received it is. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see.
They'll peel your face off and nail it. I ain't scared of some god. Got a whole lab set up. Could probably stick your head back on it.
A goblin healer.
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? You need me. Get me out of here. Suit yourself. You're gonna be sorry. Every last one of you.
That'd be funny.
So we've moved through to the caves underneath the grove. We've set up all of our characters tactically. We just get the fight started there. Unluckily, it does drag one more into combat than I wanted to. Well, one more into combat than I wanted to. But we've still got Astarion and Yennefer who aren't dragged into this combat sequence. So we can move them up. We can use them. I think we use that water barrel to increase the damage of our ice spells, and we create an ice surface there, which won't do Lae'zel any good with her being a close quarters combatant, but it also won't do them any good. Hopefully we get some of them slipping around on that ice, and we'll be using this tactic a hell of a lot through the run. That's kind of where the ice sorcerer comes out on top with a crowd control abilities, like massive sheets of ice. What you can make some bosses just rinse and repeat completely, just slip on them over and over and over again. So it's a massive bonus for us. But we'll hide these behind this little rock, try and avoid any more damage coming to them. Quicken spell here. This is the first time we've used our meta magics with Yennefer. Twin spell actually, I believe. Oh no, quicken spell. Quicken spell. And we'll get a decent chunk of damage on all of them, even taking one of them out. And there we go, right on cue, perfect timing. One of the enemies goes to move, falls prone, therefore they miss their turn. We attack with Lae'zel. Unfortunately, we do forget this quite a lot through the run. When attacking with a fire sword, it will put out the ice, but it kind of works as well here because Lae'zel can now move and we've got an enemy prone. We need to turn that statue off. We've forgotten to do that. So that's a mistake on our part, taking some needless damage. So we move over with Shadow Art now and press that button there to avoid that again. And we still get a cheeky attack off with her, which is always a bonus. Bigger chance to hit a prone enemy. So we take that easy attack there. And going back onto our sneak attacks with Astarion. Hopefully get a crit here. Do we hit it? No, we don't hit a crit, but we hit huge damage, actually killing one of them. One enemy left. Could be plain sailing from here. However, in the famous words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, this enemy does have the high ground, so it's not as simple fight as it should be.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
So yeah, unlike in Star Wars, the high ground didn't automatically give a win to this enemy here. That's gonna wrap this episode up though, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more of this series. I'm gonna put it all out regardless.
Thank you.
But it does take me a lot of time. So if you can just drop a like, drop a subscribe if you're feeling extra generous, it's massively appreciated. I do take a lot of time. It's taking me over like 3-4 hours to edit this episode 1 alone. But we're going to do the full run. So I hope you enjoyed. Peace out, guys. See you in episode 2.